Welcome to episode 3.
Episode 3. We're here.
What were our words of the week last week?
Words of the week last week. Well, mine was waves.
And mine was designer.
And I think if anyone worked
I don't
it out,
think people would have worked it out, honestly.
the waves might have been good. Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean.
Yes.
Probably like the best segue after Tyler. Yeah.
I think we thought this would be the perfect time to talk about Frank. And also because Coachella's a buzz.
Oh,
And
true.
obviously, he was
Frank
famously a headliner for one of the weeks of Coachella.
I feel like it caused a riot, Frank's set.
But it's so iconic.
So iconic. Oh, did you start that?
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh, you started that?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, we're profesh,
We're
guys.
still getting there.
We're actually profesh.
Yes.
We should be on YouTube again this week.
Should be.
Should be.
Fingers crossed.
We should have
Pray
also
for
been
us.
on YouTube last week as well, but
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what
We're
happens.
filming, just in case people are wondering, we're filming Ariana Grande,
Consecutively.
Tyler, and Frank in the same day, just so we had like a few, so we can work out the kinks.
Mm-hmm.
So also, if you do leave questions or anything and you're wondering why we're
don't
not getting them back,
expect it till then.
it probably won't be until after the Frank episode.
Yeah.
So, but we will read them if
Yes.
you guys have anything to ask.
Exactly.
But-
on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube as well at What Era Podcast.
That's it. That's
Whoop,
it.
whoop.
Check it out. Frank Ocean.
This is going to be a little bit of a smaller one, but
Smaller, but I think
More to
still a
talk
very like I
Yeah.
mean the discography from this artist is just
a
epic.
line up.
It's epic.
Yeah. What's your vibes of Frank?
Frank Ocean is, and this is a big claim. I'm feeling very vulnerable on the pod today. Frank Ocean is my favorite male singer of all time.
Dun dun dun.
Sorry to all the other male singers out there, but
What other male
Frank-
singers are there though?
Frank has my heart. There's a lot. Justin Bieber.
Justin Timberlake.
Or
What other Justins are there?
I'm sure there's others.
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra.
Franks versus the Justins.
Yeah. But
Yeah, no, I would agree because I also cannot think of any other
Frank
male
is
singers right now though.
absolutely exceptional.
Yeah.
Oh, The Weeknd.
The Weeknd.
Probably another big male singer. I love The Weeknd as well. Another one as great as Labyrinth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Labyrinth is really good.
But there's something about Frank that just absolutely destroys
going.
me every single time I listen to his music.
Mm-hmm.
You can see we actually have 2 vinyls of Frank's, which are actually bootleg copies.
You got to move them over a little bit.
This is Channel Orange, even though it's the same album cover as Blonde.
yes,
And we have Blonde, both on black vinyl. These are not real vinyls, technically. They are bootlegs.
But do they
because
sound good?
They sound great.
That's all that matters, really, isn't
And
it?
these albums, I could not resist not having these on vinyl.
Yeah, fair.
Absolutely incredible records.
Mm.
Now, with that being said,
And you're not going to ask me how I feel about Frank?
how are you feeling about Frank?
I love Frank.
Yes.
Frank, sorry, I'm just trying to get comfy here.
As you should.
Frank is actually one of those people who I got into like around the same time as Tyler, I'd say.
Yep.
Like they definitely came around at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I think his music is beautiful.
Oh my
and I
God.
think every like track he's on is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like very
Every time I see his name is on something, I'm like, this is going to
Excited.
be fantastic.
exactly. And honestly, I didn't know what Frank Ocean looked like for a long time.
Really?
Really?
He's kind of hot.
Because I don't really know what his face looks like still.
He's stunned.
Yeah, fair enough. But I'm
I
excited.
mean, can we just acknowledge something? Because we're not going to talk about it in this video because they're standalone songs. But he has some of the most amazing singles that are not part of these albums.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I want to talk about like how amazing songs like Chanel, Lens,
yeah.
Provider,
Yes.
Dear April, Kendo, Biking with Tyler the Creator and Jay-Z. That's wild. Moon River, his cover of Moon River is beautiful.
This is wild and very white girl of me to say, but I think one of my favorite songs from Frank is Chanel.
Oh, I love
But
Chanel.
I love
Chanel
Chanel.
is beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
great song.
It's an amazing song.
I also really like Provider. Provider's a really good song.
I don't think I've heard it before.
Beautiful. It's really good. And hopefully, and there's the other two songs to mention as well are In My Room and DHL. Both of them were, I believe, the start of an album that just didn't happen
Oh, okay.
because the single covers had all these blacked out like images of him,
Oh.
and there were 16 of them, I believe, and they were meant to be the 16 tracks, and only two of them were revealed, which were In My Room and DHL. But I don't think that album ended up going forward.
Evidence
But-
say.
With that being said, we're still waiting for a new album.
We
but
are.
I'm more than willing to wait because I know it's going to be worth it.
That's fair.
It's been 8 years.
And counting.
Yeah, 2016.
Before we go into the first album, question of the week. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun. Who went last episode?
Can't remember. But I think it's always strong with you starting first.
Me.
I think you're a strong starter.
This is kind of like not really a question, but I just want to know, Ben, do you see on both sides like Chanel?
I absolutely do see on both sides like Chanel.
Yeah, I'd be worried if you didn't.
Crazy on one side and calm on the other.
I see on
I think
both
that's
sides.
both sides.
Like Chanel.
Yep.
Yeah.
My question for you, I think, is fun. Had to think about this one.
Okay.
So Frank Ocean last year famously performed at Coachella,
Yes.
and Coachella is happening as these episodes are rolling out of Tyler
When is
and Frank.
Coachella? Like, when's the actual day of it?
I think the first week is the 10th to the 12th of April, and then the
Okay.
second is like the 17th to the 20th.
Is it the same headlines each week?
Same, yeah.
Yeah.
They just do it twice because it sells out too fast.
Yeah, it's too big.
It's too much.
Too much.
But with that being said, as he famous played last year, who, if you had the choice, would be the 3 headliners of your dream Coachella? Who would they be?
Oh, SZA.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that.
Obviously.
course.
I would bring back Baychella. I would bring back
In a
Baychella.
heartbeat. The Renacella. Renaechella.
You cannot get a better Coachella than that.
That was
Beyonce.
wild.
Wild. I'd bring back Baychella. It probably would not be as good though, because like it was such a big thing and it would be so like big to recreate. She would do it, but like, you know. Yeah, I'd bring back Coachella. I would definitely have SZA. Maybe after another album or two.
For sure.
Headline. It'd be a very like slow headline, but I think it'd be a really good one.
Yeah. I mean, like Lana's playing Coachella this year.
Yeah.
As a headliner.
Yeah, I know. And Kanye.
He was meant to play Coachella a few years ago. You know that? He
Really?
got pulled.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'd probably actually get
When everything went down, everything went a little bit crazy.
Yeah. Thing is, like, I like that Doja would be in my lineup as well.
Yeah.
If she wasn't already.
Love to see
playing
Doja.
I'd love to see Doja. Well, she performed 2-3 years ago at Coachella.
She performed, I think it was 2 years ago now.
Yeah, and it was an amazing.
Well, it wasn't 2 years
performance.
ago. It was.
Was it before COVID?
Was it 2022? Yeah, it was 2022 because Planet Her was out.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it was 2022. Yeah.
And she was amazing.
of course.
I see clips of that Coachella performance still.
Oh, of course. It's
But,
amazing.
I think
I still want her to put out Shots, which was the song she previewed at Coachella. We want it. Bring
Shots,
it. Give us Shots.
that would be it. What about you?
Well, funny enough, Frank Ocean.
Oh yeah.
I would die to see Frank Ocean live.
Sorry, there's lipstick.
Oh, so there's probably lipstick on this too. Let's be real.
Yeah. Anyway.
Rihanna.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Rihanna's never played Coachella.
She's waiting for the perfect time.
When this new album comes out, I expect a Coachella set.
Well, she's done Super Bowl, so it's definitely coming.
Coachella.
Coachella.
We want it. And I think if I was to choose a fourth person, Coachella. I like Coachella better. And then I mean, obviously Beyonce would be amazing. I mean, I think anytime Beyonce hits the stage, it'd be amazing. But I think I'm going to choose someone who hasn't played Coachella yet. Nicki Minaj would be epic.
Would be epic.
Such an epic show.
Yeah, and she'd bring out so many people, I reckon.
I know.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the names that would come out?
She'd bring
during
out
her
Drake
set?
for sure.
Yeah.
She'd bring out Beyonce.
Yeah.
She would bring Ari.
Yeah. I would have loved to go to Ariana's Coachella set. That would have been really cool.
Yeah.
She brought out Nicki, Justin Bieber,
Yeah.
NSYNC.
Everybody.
Iconic. But
That's Backstreet Boys, not NSYNC. Sorry.
you're so right. NSYNC is
Bye, 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 bye. Yeah.
Me just going along with it because I'm not one of those boy band girlies.
Oh, shame.
R.I.P. The boy bands. One
Rip,
Direction's
yeah.
gone. That's it.
But Harry's still with us.
Harry is still with us.
Harry's done Coachella.
He has.
Yeah.
That was wild to me that he was a headliner at Coachella like this soon in his career. Like, I mean, I think he did great. I just was like, wow.
Yeah. He definitely blew
Only
up
on
really
album
quickly.
3.
Though. Yeah.
Um,
Let's get into her.
let's get into it. Let's start with Nostalgia Ultra. This album, so this is not an album,
Yeah.
sorry. It's a mixtape.
Yeah.
But I think Frank's 2 mixtapes are so iconic that they needed to be included. It couldn't just be the 2 albums.
I agree.
Nostalgia Ultra. Let's find out. We're actually doing it a little bit differently this time. I'm gonna go off the phone to talk about it. This album was
Yes.
released on February 16th, 2011. It
Woo,
spawned.
long ago.
Yeah.
This would have been just after
Same
Odd Future
same
2.
year as Goblin
Yeah.
from Tyler.
2 different vibes came out.
Very different vibe.
They had different experiences
Yeah,
during
right?
the group.
There was 2 singles, which are actually the only 2 songs off Nostalgia Ultra that are on streaming services. Novocaine and Swim Good.
Oh,
Such good
delish.
songs.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful songs. This album, not album, I keep saying album.
mixtape.
Mixtape. It had features from James Fauntleroy. I know that there was Mr. Hudson was a part of this when Mr. Hudson was huge. He had a lot to do with Kanye's 808s and Heartbreaks album.
Oh, go on.
And yeah, no, so there's amazing people as part of this. Coldplay were also sampled on this record.
on
Strawberry
yes,
Swing.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a lot of them. There's so many samples on this album.
There are.
Strawberry Swing.
No
from-
wonder it's on YouTube.
Yeah,
not on
American
Spotify.
Wedding, which was originally by the Hotel California from the Eagles.
Yeah.
Nature Feels, which was originally Electric Feel by MGMT. So many fucking cool songs, like cool reimagines. There's 14 songs.
Yeah.
On
With some
this?
short songs on there.
Well, yeah, there's a lot
That's-
of interludes.
that's
I think
one-
this.
I do like this album. However, it is very short.
If I ever find a bootleg of Nostalgia Ultra, best believe I'm finding it. Gonna buy it.
I do really like the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to look at my notes. I do like the vibes. It's a bit more upbeat than I feel like some of his other albums
Yeah.
are. But there are literally like 4 songs on there that are 20 seconds like long, like
Yeah.
nothing songs. But I do really like this album. It is a good album.
It's really good.
Yeah.
What are your top 5?
Okay.
What's getting bronze?
Bronze. Songs for Women.
Songs for women.
I forget how this song goes, if I'm being honest. But
It's good.
Yes, I'm
Songs
sure
for
it
Women
was
is a good one.
because it is in my bronze. Number
It's in your what? Your bra.
in my bronze. In my silver, There Will Be Tears.
Love that song.
Love.
There Will Be Tears is very good.
Beautiful. In my gold was Nature Feels.
Yep.
And then honestly, if my 2 and my 1 are kind of equal, so my
Yeah.
platinum and my diamond are kind of equal, but I know the platinum more, so I feel like that just takes the cake. So
Yeah.
I mean the diamond more.
Yeah. What's the platinum?
Platinum is Strawberry Swing.
Good
I
one.
love that song.
Strawberry
and
Swing's
it's
really good.
it's one of the first songs. Like it's
Yeah,
not the
it's
first
right at the
song.
start.
Oh, is it the start?
I think it's the second song.
Yeah, it's such a good like output
Yeah.
of the thing. And then
It is.
my
It's track 2.
my number 1 is Novocaine. I love that song though. I
Love
think it's beautiful, and
Novocaine.
the story that's the song actually is so sick.
Yeah. Novocaine is. a really amazing song. There's like I think that was the song I was introduced to Franco from. I'm pretty certain.
It's gone like viral again on TikTok.
Yeah. And seeing like all the clips of like met him at Coachella and him playing that at Coachella was wild.
Yeah, it's wild. Love that song.
Yeah, so good. Amazing song.
Tell me your list.
My top 5. Number 5 for me was American Wedding. Eagles Reimagine, which I know the lead singer of the Eagles absolutely fucking cannot stand.
Really?
Cannot stand this cover.
Why?
He thinks it's I think like I read something that he finds it offensive that he changed this song that's like that he I think assumes is such a classic, and I'm like, girl, okay, we get it, it's a classic, but like
Frank Ocean.
What song isn't being reimagined?
Well, the thing is, you need to reimagine songs to keep them current. Like, if you think of people coming up nowadays, they're not going to know who the Eagles are, if I'm being honest. But Frank Ocean, they know who they are. Do you want to be current or not, Eagle?
Miss Eagle.
Not Igor, Eagle.
But I really liked this reimagine. I think it's really... it's a completely reimagined and like flipped on its head cover, and I really respect it.
Yeah. Period.
Number 4, Nature Feels.
How does nature feel?
Nature Feels fantastic if it's this song. I love this song. I already love the MGMT song Electric Feel. It's a great song.
Yeah.
But an R&B vocalist over this is epic.
And his voice is just gorgeous.
The opening line, I've been meaning to fuck you in the garden.
Yes. You thought he was talking to you,
I was like,
okay.
Thank you.
You were like, I've been meaning to fuck you in the garden, Frank.
It's just so like, I think that's such an iconic line. I mean, it's just so bold and so like, what. But I think this song is beautiful. I think it was back when I first heard Nostalgia Ultra. I think this probably was my favorite song of Nostalgia Ultra. I think it's beautiful. But as I've listened to it a million times, there's definitely others that have definitely changed my opinion.
Yeah.
Number 3, There Will Be Tears. I love this song. This is with Mr. Hudson. This song does give me very heavy Kanye vibes. Yeah. And that's because of Mr. Hudson, of like 808's era, like the era of like Paranoid, Heartless, Love Lockdown, like all those songs. And I think that I love that era so much that immediately when I hear this, I'm like, oh my God, it's so good. It's so beautiful. Number 2, my platinum song. Yeah. Novocaine. I love this song. Yeah. It's so good. We talked about it a second ago, but I think this song is very... just like it, you list everything he says, you can immediately visualize it.
That's what, I agree. Like when he's talking about like the blue bong and like stuff like that, I'm like, oh, I know what I see it.
Yeah, like immediately, like he's painted
the picture,
a story. Oh, come on, Miss Girl.
I'm all fidgety. We've been sitting down for too long.
Elise is very fidgety for the people that are not watching. She's wild now. For the people that are watching at home, for all they know, you're like doing handstands, you're flipping around.
They're like, oh my gosh, can this bitch not sit still?
She's a real bad bitch. My number 1 song from Nostalgia Ultra is We All Try.
Oh, okay.
I think this song is beautiful.
Talk to me about it.
I think this is like, to me, where Frank was heading, and I think that's why I love it so much, is like you can sort of, you listen to this song and you're like, this could have been on Channel Orange, it could have been on Blonde. It feels very much like his, like what I love so much from Frank Ocean. And I think that's why I love this song so much. And it's just beautiful. Yeah. What's in the bin for you from Nostalgia Ultra? I think I can probably guess because a lot of them...
Oh, they're just nothing songs, aren't they? Okay, don't get me wrong. I love Bitches Talkin'. Oh, yeah. But it's just too short. Too short. So that's my...
Bitches Talkin' Metal Gear Solid.
That's it.
Iconic.
That's
also... Actually, we can basically say this together. That's my 3 as well.
Like that's your...
That's my not a fan.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
And then...
What's your skip?
Soul Calibur.
It's mine as well.
Oh my gosh, we are linked.
And GoldenEye is my least favorite. This is like
a big moment, guys. We've never agreed.
That's crazy.
Wow. But it's just because they're nothing songs.
Yeah, of course.
They're beautiful, but they're not.
But we also liked them in the same order, which is wild. But
So
love
wild.
that. One day we'll have the same top 5.
No, we won't.
One day, I believe in us.
No, we won't. I don't think we ever will. We may have the same top 5, but they might be like not in the same order.
Still, that I will take that as a win.
I'll take that as a win.
That's pretty crazy.
It is pretty cuckoo.
Let's move on to Chanel Orange.
Chanel Orange. Where's my Chanel Orange? Oh, up here.
Yeah, Channel Orange. This record is so epic.
This is like when when Frank really popped off, I think.
Channel Orange came out on July 10th,
Yes.
2012. Whoa, sorry.
2012.
2012. Sorry, I'm so used to saying 2020.
Yes.
2012.
Yeah.
The year everyone thought the world was going to end.
This is I remember people when I was in grade 8 really liking this album,
I
and
fucking adore this record.
that was in 2014. So
To be honest, I know everyone fucking froths over Blonde, and I get it. Blonde's a great record. It's like amazing as well.
yeah.
But Channel Orange, there's something really special about that album.
I agree.
For me.
Yeah, I agree.
It's really amazing. This has actually spawned 5 singles.
5.
Thinking About You, the first single. Pyramids, the second single.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet Life, the third single. Lost, the 4th single. And the 5th single, Super Rich Kids. So many good songs.
Bangers, 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 bangers.
Just bangers on bangers, honestly.
Yes.
This album on the Billboard chart hit number 2. So pretty epic. This album is also platinum. No, it's gold, sorry. That's in the UK. The UK it's platinum, but in the US it's gold.
Oh, okay.
Which
Shame.
wild
Yeah.
to me. But this album in New Zealand, this album is 4 times platinum.
New Zealand. They're going through stuff over there.
They froth Channel Orange. Same in Denmark, 4 times platinum.
Shout out New Zealand fans.
And the Denmark fans.
You go.
If Frank is ever doing a show, a 10-year anniversary show of Channel Orange, I think it's going to be in New Zealand or Denmark.
Could you imagine?
I would fucking fly to New Zealand for that.
I would
I'd be
too.
like, I'm from here. I'm one of the reasons you got 4 times platinum.
Oh, I don't
It's
think
platinum in Australia.
Okay, but not 4 times, girl. You're not listening to it enough.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's not as many people in New Zealand as there is in Australia or the US,
Yeah.
but still, I love that so much.
And why Denmark? That's
Denmark are just fucking feeling it. They've got it. They know exactly what they're doing. Good on you, Denmark, because this album is good. You got good
you got
taste.
a lot of good things going for you, but
Very
I'm
good
glad you got 4 times platinum for Frank Ocean.
Absolutely. Yeah, and this album is very iconic. This album spawned many, many songs.
Yes.
We've got, like, as I said, Thinking About You and Sweet Life. We've got Pilot Jones, Crack Rock, Lost.
What kind of features have we got?
Bad Religion.
I can't really remember.
You
any?
have, there's features on this one. Earl Sweatshirt on Super Rich Kids.
Yes.
You've got John Mayer on White.
Oh, yeah.
Which is quite a unique collab.
I do remember this.
And Andre 3000.
Yes.
On Pink Matter. And actually, funny enough, on the CD edition of this album, there's the end song, like the last little piece, turns into a song called Golden Girl, which actually features Tyler the Creator.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Why only on the CD?
I know. Give it to us.
Bullshit.
I want it.
Is it on your bootleg?
It's not on my bootleg.
Is your bootleg got
Actually,
some?
if it does, top tier.
I would just laugh if your bootleg you got
No,
it.
it's 2 minutes and 14 seconds. It's the album version.
Would you laugh if you got this bootleg version and it's just in a different language?
I've seen people getting those, and it's my favorite thing in the world. There was one I saw someone getting Taylor Swift's album Lover, and it was Cruel Summer. And it was just it was a man
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing.
going Cruel Summer. And I think that is so funny.
That's what I
and
hope was on there.
And the captions are don't buy bootlegs off AliExpress.
She was but it was only $4.
Yes. So iconic. But
I really love this album.
yeah, it's so good.
This album for me, Frank gives true like vibes. This vibe is giving you're having a drink in the afternoon. This is what this album
is
sort
by
of
the
gives
pool.
me. Super chill. And like the hits are a hit for a reason.
Oh my
like,
God, I know.
they're a hit.
I think what I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? This record came out around like a very pivotal. Hello.
Pivotal.
Pivotal.
Pivot.
A very pivotal time in my life of when I was really starting to get into R&B music, which is probably my favorite genre now. But
Yeah.
like when I was starting to really heavily get into it, Frank was like one of the first artists that I listened to, and I was like, whoa. I was like, this is like, I didn't know artists could have so much emotion.
Yeah.
And could sing like this.
Yeah. And they can.
And they fucking
And
can.
they will.
And they fucking better. It's so good.
What are your tops?
My tops for this record. Sorry, I need to look. I was like, where am I looking?
You're looking up here as if
I'm
the
like,
answer's
where
gonna
is it? Number 5 for me is Super Rich Kids.
Yes.
I love this song. It's very good. Earl Sweatshirt's amazing on
Yeah.
this song.
Yeah.
And just it's
Such a
such
good
a
song.
vibey song.
It is 100%.
This is the song that I probably think the most has like that like laying on the pool floaty in the pool
Yeah.
with a drink.
Yes.
Just like vibing.
Watching the sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Number 4 is Bad Religion. I think this song is beautiful. The end of this song, the note he hits in this is actually wild to me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
And there's so much like it feels like almost confessional. This song, like it feels like he
Went to church.
well, the song like actually tells a story. Like it's him in the back of a taxi. And he says like, you're my shrink for the hour. Like he's talking about like, I'm using you as my therapist because I don't have anyone else.
Yeah.
And I think it's just beautiful the way that he made the song. It's a really standout song. That's the other thing I was going to say before, by the way. Just remember.
That you forgot.
This album is a concept album. It's meant to be like a TV channel. So like all of the interludes on this record are like him flicking through the TV of like, you know, like they'll play like 2 songs that you're watching and then it will like cut to like an ad. And like, I think that's clever. And there's like all different, like there's like the Atari sound and all these different sounds from different TV ads and commercials throughout the album, which I think is really smart.
Yeah, it is kind of smart. I didn't pick that up. Oh,
Yeah. Oh. Iconic.
we're spilling the tea over here.
Number 4 is
Yes.
Lost. Sorry, number 3.
I was like, okay, we're doing 6 now.
Number 3 is Lost.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love this song. I know this song has gone crazy on TikTok as of recent. But I've loved this song since I first heard it back in 2012. It's a beautiful song. And I mean, the riff of this song, not riff, but like the dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's so good. It's like such an earworm. Like I hear it and I'm like, oh, I love
It's
this.
an orgasm.
It's beautiful. Absolutely.
100%.
Number 2, Forrest Gump. I fucking love this song.
This is iconic. This like song is iconic.
This song is
to
iconic.
Frank.
I can't believe this isn't a single.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. It's also the end of the record.
Yes,
and I
it
think
is.
it's the most beautiful way to finish this album. It's so beautiful. It also is a song that when I hear it, I immediately think instant classic. Like it's a song that I'm like, this song is something that like in like 40 years I'll play and go, oh, I
play to
love
your
this
kids?
song. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right after Von Dutch by Charli XCX. Or Wet Ass Pussy.
It's your third one.
My favorite song from this record is Pyramids.
Yeah.
It's I know it's a 10-minute song.
But it's a good 10-minute song.
It is an epic 10-minute song.
Yes.
The first half of this is so epic.
It doesn't
and
feel like a 10-minute song.
No, it feels like 2 separate songs,
does.
but they're mashed together.
Yeah.
But the first half is so like in your face and bam and like so
Yes.
good. And then it settles down to this really beautiful, sexy sound.
Yeah.
That I just think is amazing.
I love the
It is
second
a very
part.
dirty song. She's working at the pyramids tonight.
Yes, I like the second part personally.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's a masterpiece of a song in my opinion.
Ben, we nearly have the same 5. Not
No
in the
way.
same order, definitely not. But we nearly have the same 5 besides one song.
Oh my god.
This is wild. This is actually a monumental
this is good.
moment. Okay,
Frank is bringing us together.
oh my gosh, who would have thought? My number 5 is Forrest Gump. Love that. My number 4 is Lost.
Yep.
My number 3 is Pyramids.
Yep.
My number 2 is Monks.
Really?
Yes, I really like Monks.
Yeah, Monks is good.
Because I think I knew all those other songs. Oh, and then my number 1 is Super Rich Kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Same.
love that song. But
What's the song?
I knew like all those songs. So
Bad Religion's the one you replaced.
yeah.
Yeah,
I already heard all those, but I don't think I'd heard Monks before, and
you were
so
like,
I was like,
cool.
oh, yeah, I really
Monks
liked
is
it.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Really good song.
So that's my number 2. and my
My bottoms
Yeah.
for Miss Channel Orange.
yes.
Number 3 for me is Pilot Jones.
How does that one go?
You're gonna do this to me. I can't fully. It's definitely one of the more forgettable for me because I
Okay.
can't even remember exactly how it goes.
Yes.
Which sounds terrible, but we did listen to it. I promise. I've got it on vinyl for God's sake. But it's
In a
definitely
bootleg
one of those
vinyl.
ones that I think fades into the background for me.
Yeah.
So that's my not a fan, but it's still a
Okay.
good song.
Okay.
Number 2, my Skip It song is White
Yeah.
featuring John Mayer. It's still a beautiful song.
Yeah.
But I mean, this record was almost impossible for me to choose. Like, seriously impossible for me to choose what I was kicking off. But I do love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
My favorite song. Sorry, my least favorite song.
Your favorite.
Not my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
My
See
least-
your pyramids. See ya.
My least favorite is Not Just Money, which is like an interlude.
Okay.
Because it's just
This album had a start and end song.
Yeah, I know, but I love them.
Oh, okay.
I think they're really smart.
Okay.
Like the Atari sound and like all
Right.
that, like it's got is it the GameCube sound or PlayStation? No, PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
It has the PlayStation 1 sound at the start. And
Oh.
I love that. It's so nostalgic for me.
Oh, okay.
So I could not put it there.
Oh, okay. Well, they are my my very bottoms. The start is the very bottom, and the end is the skip it for me. And then my I also have White by John Mayer.
Yeah.
As my not a fan,
Fair.
but I didn't know that it was like a
Yeah, there's a
yes,
whole
yeah, the
there's
thing
a whole
about
thing
it.
with that. I think that's
Yeah.
why I like it so much.
yeah.
So let's move on.
Such a good album.
Yeah.
Love this one, Frank.
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
Number
It really puts you on the
3.
map.
Number 3. Well, this album's interesting because it's sort of an album, sort of mixtape. It's not on any streaming services. We're talking about Endless.
Yes.
It's kind of it's kind of a not the Taylor Swift reference in the Frank Ocean episode. But I do think this is a really experimental piece from Frank. And I think that's like, he put this out and then a week later put out Blonde.
Oh,
And was
really?
like, yeah, he put this
I didn't
out.
know that.
He put this out and then people were like trying to find out how to get this because it's not on streaming. And everyone was like, oh my God, his album's not on streaming, rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
And then a week later he drops Blonde, which is the mainstream piece. But Endless was released on August 19th, 2016. It has no singles because
Obvi.
it's just sort of its own thing. It has 21 tracks.
Yeah.
A lot of them being like
Just literally nothing
interludes,
songs.
very
Yeah.
it's just him doing his thing.
Yeah. He does make beautiful like interludes.
Oh
but
yeah,
like,
no, they're gorge.
they're just like,
but yeah, no, this is obviously it's just it's just there.
that's it.
This one, do you want me to do my top 5 first?
Go for it.
Sure. My top 5. Number 5 is Unity. Unity's a cool song.
It is
I
a
think
cool
I think
song.
it's a vibe.
Yeah.
But I think it's like an extended interlude. I think that's why I think
Yeah.
it's like so low for me, but it's still there.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 4, Wither. I think Wither is really pretty. It's got a gorgeous sound.
I don't know. I can't remember.
You can't remember. Endless. Okay, I've got to say, Endless is a record to me. And I swear to God, this record feels like it all molds together into one thing.
It does mold together
like,
because
you sit there and you go, what part was I listening to?
No, because I was listening to it and I remember I was bloody doing the dishes or something like that. And I like nearly finished the album in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold on. I thought this was all just like 2 songs right now.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
3 was Rushes.
Yeah.
Rushes is really good.
Yes, I did like that one.
Yeah. Number 2 is Slide on Me.
How does that one go?
We just had this conversation. There's one that stands out for me completely. Like, that's like absolutely the best song.
Yeah.
And it's a cover. My favorite is At Your Best, You Are Love.
Yeah. The first one, isn't it? It's the first.
It's like, the first that's not an intro.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a cover of an Aaliyah song.
Aaliyah.
That's Aaliyah's song. At Your Best, You Are Love. And I love the Aaliyah song already. Frank's version, oh my God. The notes that he hits in this song is insane.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
And it's just ethereal and beautiful and just like you just sit there and you're like, I'm just gonna melt
exactly
into this.
I agree.
Like it's so gorgeous. And so I think that has to be my favorite, even though it's a cover, which is kind of crazy.
Come on.
What was yours?
Mine is very different to yours. Very, very different.
Okay.
My bronze award goes to Device Control Reprise. The Reprise. I don't know why, but the Reprise got me good.
Love that.
My number 4 was At Your Best.
Slay.
I did like it. I just felt it tracks on the start of it, like kind of like. But I get
the Aaliyah
why.
version is so different.
Oh, really?
It's like more like R&B, like groovy sound versus like this like really ethereal sound.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Oh, she's yawning. It's been a long day.
It has been a long day. My gold award goes to In Here Somewhere. Now, my number 2 and my number 1, I love them both so much. I really struggled like picking them. My number 2 is Alabama. My number 1 is Higgs.
Oh, yeah, Higgs is good.
I really love Higgs.
Higgs is almost in my top 5.
I love it. I think I just remember the lyrics and I was like being like, oh my goodness, like this is someone you probably couldn't hear it, but someone was just shouting like
just
out
like
on the street.
Screaming out on the street.
Like, oh,
Honestly, he was trying to hit a Frank Ocean note just then.
he was trying to.
And
he was trying to sing Higgs.
He was trying to sing Higgs. He was like, I love that song. He's like, yes.
Yeah.
Fucking Higgs. I love that song. It's so good.
That was it.
What's the least favorites? This one has a lot of interludes. This one's gonna just be interludes.
I've got as like my my not a fan is Device Control.
Yeah, same.
But then I just have as like number 2 like any of the 12-second ones.
Yeah, my skip it is Ambiance 001 a certain way. And my erase it is Ambiance 002 Honey Baby.
Yeah.
Because just like they're just there.
They're just there.
It's just that one's just it's too hard to not put them if they're in there. So as I said, we said this last episode, we'll say it again.
We did.
If you guys feel, because the next episode will be one we film after we have some of these out.
We'll actually have a break. We won't be doing this all in one day.
Yeah, no. We will happily, I think,
take whatever you have to offer.
Yeah, so please let us know if you feel like the interludes are sort of a cop out.
Yeah.
We will stop doing interludes, but I think we both thought
it's
they're part of the album.
album.
But if you feel like we should be doing the songs, we will.
Yeah.
And then we'll be sitting there having a real,
and then
that'll be hard.
Having a conniption.
Yeah.
Okay, last album.
Blonde. Love this album.
The album cover is so beautiful.
It is. It's a very iconic album cover.
Yeah.
For me.
Like everyone knows this album cover. It's iconic.
Absolutely.
The green hair.
Yep.
Iconic.
It's so good.
The Band-Aid. Iconic.
In the shower.
The shower. Iconic.
I mean, so iconic they made the bootlegs for both albums. This picture,
But this one's got orange hair. This one's got black hair.
yeah, I know. It's a very iconic image.
It is.
And
When I think of Frank Ocean, I think of that album cover.
yeah, I do too. I definitely think it's his more iconic album cover.
Yeah.
It's definitely my favorite album cover of his for sure. I think a lot of people probably would agree. Some people would probably say Nostalgia Ultra as well. It's a pretty iconic album cover as well.
Yeah.
Is
Is that his car?
Who knows?
Oh.
When the Coachella was happening, they saw this car was seen driving around
really?
Coachella, and people thought that he was going to release Nostalgia Ultra onto streaming,
Oh.
and it didn't happen. And I was
didn't
like,
happen.
rip. I would have loved that.
Yeah.
So yes, this album was released on August 20th, 2016. So actually, sorry, the day after Endless.
Oh, wow.
Very next day.
Oh, my goodness. Dipper Out era really got him good.
Yeah, girl. This album had one single, which is Nikes.
Yes.
Kind of crazy with the caliber of songs on this record that there wasn't more.
I know.
It's actually kind of wild.
Yes.
This track list, it has 17 songs. This song has backing vocals from like Andre 3000. Beyonce is on the back of this song, on the back of one of these. There's like just so much, like there's like so many random people that are a part of this. There's no one that's like an actual proper feature.
Yeah.
But there's so
No one
many
that has a
people that are a
verse.
part of this album. But it's a fantastic.
Oh, it's a beautiful album.
fantastic.
It's so
Very
good. I agree.
Let's get into it.
My bronze award.
Yeah.
Now this album has, I would say, the only thing that's bad about this album, it's like most albums once they become more mainstream, they
Yep.
start to get overplayed, obviously. I personally do not like the use of all the electronic voice he uses. You know how he
True.
does the
Like Nikes.
Yes, that's just.
Oh, I love it.
But I'm just personally not a fan of it. And I'm also personally not a fan is if you are having a long song, putting big pauses in the middle of it. And he does that with a few songs.
Yeah.
And it's just not my vibe. But anyways, the bronze award goes to
Yeah.
Ivy.
I love
I
this
love
song.
Ivy. All these songs I really do like, and I honestly would just group them all together if I could, but I
Ivy
had
is
to.
beautiful.
Ivy is gorgeous. Silver award goes to Godspeed.
Yep.
Gold award goes to White Ferrari. My platinum goes to Solo Reprise.
Really?
I love the Solo Reprise because I
Interesting.
fucking hate Solo. It's not in my bottom three, but it's such a skip for me.
Oh my god. That's wild. I love Solo.
I just
Don't look at my list. we'll get to that.
no, I just don't like Solo. It's a boring song, but I love the Reprise. It's just so beautiful and so gorgeous and so like I don't even. It just does things to me. And then
What's your favorite?
My diamond is Nights.
Nights is so good.
Yes.
The best part of Nights is the all my life, been waiting for you all my life. Oh, it's so good. That's near the end of the song.
Is it?
When it switches.
Huh?
Do you not remember that?
No.
Nights.
Yes.
Yeah, Nights starts out with like the round the city, around the clock.
Yeah.
And then halfway through it goes into like this part where he's like, all my nights, been waiting for you all my nights.
Oh.
And then it shifts into the everyday first, every day. Out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
It's brilliant.
Well, it is my favorite. I think I prefer the like more end of it though, but
Yeah,
I love it.
it's so good.
I love it.
My top 5
Give me a date.
for Blonde. Number 5 for me is Self Control. Mm-hmm. The song is so beautiful. Mm-hmm. Save a Place for Me. Mm-hmm. Beautiful, as he should. Poolside combo.
Yeah.
Magic City last night. Number 4 is Ivy.
Yes.
So we agree.
We are. Woo,
We agree on that.
we are in agreement.
Number 3
Yeah.
is Nikes. I love this song.
Okay.
Okay.
Go on.
I think Nikes is like really polarizing. It's a very interesting song.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel
I
like,
would like the song if he didn't use the electronic voice.
but I feel like it's intentional for a reason. I feel like the start of it is like well, from what I've taken, I could be completely wrong.
Yeah.
But to me, the way I listen to it is like the electronic version of him at the start is him, like the old him, or like him talking shit, like not being completely truthful, or like sort of like not being his true self. And then when the real version of his voice comes in near the end of the song, it's like him actually talking his truth.
Right.
Or like the new like version of him. That's how I take it.
Okay.
And I think it's really beautiful.
Okay.
Number 2.
I'll let you speak your truth.
Thank you. Number 2 is Nights. I love Nights. Love this song. This used to be my favorite song.
Sorry, I'm afraid.
Oh my god. Siri
is not a Frank Ocean fan.
Siri just said fuck Nights. Siri just said fuck Nights.
Siri's like, I've had enough listening to you guys talk.
Yeah, honestly, she's over it. And as she should be. I really like Nights. I think the song is really beautiful. This used to be my favorite song on Blonde.
Yeah.
Until one other song has taken over now.
And what's that song?
It's White Ferrari.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this song. Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
Oh my god.
And the thing is, it's kind of wild. Like, I've always liked this song.
Yeah.
And I watched him so many YouTube clips of whatever I could from his Coachella set last year. And he did a new rendition of White Ferrari, which is different.
Yeah.
And holy fuck, that solidified it as my favorite.
It changed it for you.
It was so beautiful and just like, it felt so raw and so like, it just him at his purest form. And that was it for me. Like that immediately made me go like, White Ferrari is it.
Yeah, that's fair.
What's your least?
My least. My number, my not a fan is Nikes.
Fair.
Just the electronic sound. I just can't get behind it. I just want to hear your voice, Frank. We haven't had a fucking album in like 8 years. I want to hear your actual voice.
Yeah.
If he just does electronic voices in the next album,
I'd be
send
fucking
me
here
off
for it.
the pool. Send
I'd
me
be
off.
here for it.
Number skip it is Futura free.
Future free, yeah.
No, it's Futura. It's got an A at the end,
Sure.
but it's free, and
It's
I
free.
skip it. And then my very bottom is Good Guy. I think because it was just like I think it was just the electronic sound. Like it was just like his electronic voice or something like that. Or it was just him talking or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Do you know one thing I will say? There's an interlude on this album that I think is one of the best Frank Ocean songs ever made.
What is it?
Close to You.
How's it go?
Oh, fuck.
What's
Close to You. It's like, oh my god, this is so
It sounds
awkward.
like Willy Wonka.
Oh my god, it does. Pure imagination. It does. And funny enough, Ariana Grande actually did a cover of this song for her Sweetener tour. While she was changing, they had like this, there was like a video of her like passing like a light, like a ball of light around the screen. And it was her singing Close to You.
Oh.
And it was beautiful.
Why
And I
haven't
was
Ari
like-
and Frank done
I was
something?
like, please do a remix of this.
Yeah.
And both of you be on it.
Yeah.
Close to You, because it's gorge.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's never
Anyways.
going to happen probably.
Tell me your bottoms.
My bottoms, number 3 is Solo Reprise.
Oh, no.
I don't know. It's fine.
I
It's
love
just,
it.
It's just like okay, but I prefer Solo.
Yeah, KFC, bitch.
She got me. You got me, girl.
Not with Blonde.
I fucking love the original Solo song, and so
Oh, I'm Riding Solo by Flo Rida. Yeah, me too.
Flow Rider is Jason Derulo.
No.
Yes,
I'm riding solo.
that's Jason
Oh,
Derulo.
okay. Jason.
I
Jason's
didn't
song
think the
gave
Jason
it
Derulo
away.
episode to be coming out for a very long time.
Jason's song gave it
Jason
away.
Derulo. Number 2 for me is Be Yourself,
Be yourself.
which is an interlude. But I think it's kind of hilarious though. It's a hilarious interlude. It's like a mum, maybe his mum, I don't know. And she's like, something like "Don't do drugs or
Yes!
have unprotected sex."
I love it.
I think it's so funny.
It's the same way how I feel about Mama's Talk. I love it.
From Tyler.
Don't do drugs. Don't have sex.
yeah, it's kind of iconic.
Yeah. It's
And my least
so
favorite is
good.
Facebook story, which is it a German guy?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
So I think it's a European guy that's talking about like I think hooking up
Yeah.
on Facebook.
I think so.
It's an interlude.
Yeah.
And it's just I listen to it and it's just like
I actually love Be Yourself. Like, I want that lady to scream in my face every morning just
Yeah, she's so
to
real.
wake me up and tell me what
She's so
not to do
iconic
in
for
my
that.
life.
But yeah,
Why
I
did
mean,
I have her telling me to...
you should just make that your ringtone. Don't do drugs. Don't have unprotected sex.
Yeah.
Don't drink alcohol,
Yeah.
you fucking bitch.
Yes. That's it.
I think I can record that for you if you want. I can be the mum.
No, I want the
I am
mum.
mother.
No, you're not.
I am mother. Well, I think with that being said,
It was a very chill episode.
Very chill.
Because Frank is chill. He
Frank is
deserves chill.
And like, you know, I remember when we talked about which artists we wanted to do and we talked about Frank. And then at one point I was like, oh, it's too short. We'll wait until something else comes out from him. And I was like, that could be never.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Better not be, but...
I mean, please. But I was like, I think it's a good artist to talk
Start.
about. Who doesn't
Yeah.
like Frank Ocean?
That's
if you don't like
it.
Frank Ocean, I mean,
Fucking don't do drugs and actually do have drugs, do have sex, and then listen to Frank.
okay, we don't actually condone that on the pod, but what she sort of said. But no, I really enjoyed this episode.
I love this episode.
I'm excited.
I'm
hey
so
Frank, if
excited.
you're not going to put an album out, put out Nostalgia Ultra and Endless on streaming, please. I want both of them.
I'd love to hear what your guys' favorite Frank songs are.
please do.
Because Frank, he's kind of mainstream, but also like kind of not.
Yeah.
He's like on that cusp.
What's your favorite song of Frank Ocean's career?
Chanel and Novocaine. So basic, but I love the words of Chanel and I just love the vibes of it. And Novocaine is just such a story song. I will also say I do really like Solo Reprise. No, I do actually like.
I think you're just trying to get at me.
I love Strawberry Swing.
Yeah.
I love Higgs. I love Alabama.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, since you had two, Novocaine and Chanel, I will have two.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I'm going to say a second place and a first because I definitely have a definite first. But
Okay.
I want to still shout out White Ferrari.
Yeah.
Love it. My favorite song of his career is Pyramids. I love that song so much. It's amazing. It's like a 10-minute masterpiece. There's
is
some
really
songs that are
good.
10 minutes long that deserve the 10-minute slot.
Yeah.
Another one would be Runaway by Kanye. That's like an amazing 10-minute song.
Yeah. So good.
But yeah, this one I honestly happily, like, it will come up in a playlist and I'll go, you know what? I've got 10 minutes.
I'm on break.
I'll listen to fucking Pyramids. Why not? I fucking love that song. It's so fucking good. It's
love
an
that.
epic fucking song.
It is good.
So that's my favorite song.
Yeah.
Now with that,
The
what-
hint of
No. what-
Oh my gosh.
She almost forgot.
I almost binged the
main-
whole reason for this podcast.
Yes. What era from Frank Ocean is a win?
My era that's a win is Chanel Orange.
Channel Orange.
Channel Orange, sorry.
I
Channel
just called
Or-
it Chanel because I think it's funny.
Channel Orange is a win chicken dinner for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a win.
Mine-
So iconic.
Mine, I think I agree with you, is Channel Orange.
Yeah.
Even though I think Blonde is a masterpiece of a record, and I also love Nostalgia Ultra. I love them all, but
Yeah.
Channel Orange has a really special place in my heart for sure.
Yeah.
There's something about that record that really, like, I've gone back and visited that record so many times.
Yeah, I agree. What's your bin era?
Endless.
Me too.
Even though I love it, I do really like it.
It's just the lowest of them all.
I mean,
yeah.
the others are so
Strong.
strong.
Yeah.
That like Endless, because it's an experimental piece and there's so many like breaks through the record that it has to be my lowest, but I think it's a brilliant, still a brilliant record. Like he's never really missed.
But it does seem
What era are you in?
I'm in my Nostalgia Ultra era. Just very like talking.
So will there be
doing
tears?
things. There's always tears.
Oh my God.
Bitch, there's always tears.
Yeah.
Weekly.
I think I'm in my Blonde era.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah, go on.
It's a lot of like.
My
I
gosh,
feel like blonde's
come
a
back
lot of.
next week and Ben will be blonde.
I'll actually be green.
Oh yes, with a band-aid on your finger
Yeah.
and soaking wet on my
Yes.
couch.
But I will keep my shirt on. I promise. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to you. I respect all of you enough for not to do that. I think I'm in my blonde era. I think Blonde is very much an album about realization of like oneself and a lot of like
you in your electronic voice era.
fucking oath.
Fucking oath.
Put some fucking like audio
Something.
shit on, some fucking reverb on my fucking voice, bitch. I love it. I think it's a really
That's fair.
that's where I'm at the moment.
Awesome.
Well,
Wow.
thank you guys so much for tuning in with us
Yeah.
again and
Listening,
going through Frank.
watching, being here with us. I hope you guys go out and do your Frank Ocean research.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
We do have an artist lined up for the next episode. So we are going to do our word of the week, but as we said, Frank is the last episode that we're filming for our first
month.
for our first ones.
Yeah.
So like you guys actually can now
Do
voice
stuff.
what you want.
Yeah.
We do have two artists. The next artist and the one after are artists we have lined up for sure. And that's only because they are definitely artists that are releasing music soon.
Exactly.
Which is a hint. But that I think we need to talk about
And they're
immediately.
big.
And they're big. But after that, I think we're more than open to doing artists that, you know, you want to see.
Yes,
and
100%.
Like, this is like where we'll actually see them and actually make a timeline of like what's next for us.
Exactly. What else you want to hear? What you want to see? Do you want like to see something like a different way we format these sort of
course,
videos?
we want all of that.
If they make it to YouTube.
Oh my god, I know. But
Fingers
even if with our
crossed.
voices, do you want us to do something different with like
yeah.
the way
Do you
we
want
outline?
the electronic noise that we put on Ben before?
Do you want?
Do you want Ben's hair to turn green and him be soaking wet on my couch? Let us know.
But also keep the shirt on.
But-
You know,
yes.
I think
We're excited for this new sort of chapter to be
We are.
open and going.
the thing I think that's really crazy is like I know this is like technically the fourth episode you guys are listening to.
Technically, yeah.
But it's the third episode
Yeah.
we've filmed. I think the exciting thing is like when we come back to this, we'll actually be able to see how it's all gone. And like, I mean, look,
if it's flopped, probably.
I'd still do it.
That's 100%.
I'm not like.
Well, the next artists are just huge. So
the next one has definitely got a name for themselves.
But yeah,
And I think I have my word of the week.
I have my word of the week.
Oh, I hope it's not the same.
I don't think it will be.
Unique.
Fierce.
Good words.
If you can guess what the artist is, let us know. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at What Era Podcast. We also have our own like other socials, which I'm sure will be tagged. Like
Yeah,
in
we'll
the
tag
other
them
stuff.
on. We'll tag them on YouTube.
But yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
And also, please let us know what era you're in for
Yes.
Frank. We want
What
to know.
era is a win? What
Also,
era is a
yeah.
bin? And what era are you in?
Yeah, which one of these is giving? Which one of the Frank albums? We want to know.
Exactly. Anyways, thank you.
We will see you next time.
Bye.